Hello, I'm back, guys. So, what today's video is going to be about is Tough Mudder and my preparation for Tough Mudder. And I'm sorry if the audio is a little weird. One, I don't have a mic, and two, it's really freaking hot right now, and I have like one fan on me. I have my other fan going on over there. We just need some circulation in this room to make this work. So I'm gonna try and talk a little bit louder and see if you guys can hear. Try not to whisper like I did in my last one, but basically what I'm gonna be talking about is Tough Mudder, my experience with it the first time that I did it, and how I'm preparing for it now that I know what I needed to work on in the past and what I struggled with in the past. So the first time that I did Tough Mudder was in 2013, and we did it in a very large group. Now, tip number one that I would say, if you are planning on doing this, you don't have to do it in a group. However, it helps. So if you're planning on doing something like this, go in a group, whether it be 3 or 4 of you guys, or 11 to 12, like how we did it the first time. This time I have 1 week, or 6 days if you want to say. I'm leaving on Friday. Our event is on Saturday, June 9th, and I'm super excited. I'm very nervous, a little bit scared, but we'll see how it goes. Also, just kind of wanted to show you, here is my headband from last time. I was very, very proud to earn this because I am not an athletic person. I never have been. I've always been that really skinny person in high school that would take 20 minutes to run the mile. It's gotten a lot better now. At the beginning of this year, I was pretty heavy. I'm 4'10", so I'm pretty small. And I got up to 138 pounds. That has been my heaviest. Right now, since I have been eating a little bit healthier, I've been working out more, I've gotten down to 128, so about 10 pounds, so pretty good, I'd say. I still have a little bit more to go. I'm not too much into like, oh, I want to be skinny again. I just want to tone up my body. I want to be fit again like how I used to be, because back in 2013, that was probably, I was at my fittest at that time. However, back in the day when I was skinny, I didn't have any strength, any endurance at all. I couldn't run a mile for crap. I didn't know what to do when it came to lifting weights, any of that stuff. Now, I can run up to 2 miles nonstop easily with no issues. I still struggle running outside a little bit because I feel like running outside is a whole nother different beast. And it's so much more different. But anyways, back to the Mudder. If any of you guys have done Tough Mudder, let me know what helped you guys out, because that would help me out for the future, because this isn't the only one that I plan on doing. I want to do more of these. I love the challenge that it gives me. Right now, I kind of took this as like a step back as to getting my health back into check, because like I mentioned before, being 4'10" and 138 pounds, that might not seem like a lot, but to me, I have such a small frame. I felt heavy, I felt very slow, very sluggish. My clothes were fitting me very, very tight, very uncomfortable. Now that I lost about 10 pounds, I feel so much better working out, and all that stuff. I did stop working out for a while just because I had a big test to take, and it was a lot. I was trying to focus in on taking this test because I did not want to fail. But yeah, I'm gonna try and insert some links to some of the apps that I have been using to help me train. MyFitnessPal is a big one. I stopped using it for a while and I got back onto it again, and I feel like that has been a major contributor to watching what I've been eating and helping me not only eat healthier, but I've been eating smaller portions too, and I feel like that's helped out a lot. you don't realize how much you overeat until you start to sit back and really analyze what. So right now, I guess we can go into what I've been doing. After we signed up, which was at the beginning of this year, I started to work on running, because that's something that I struggle with a lot. I am not a long distance runner. I never really have been. The one thing that I would say that helped me out when I did it back in 2013, I was still going to college at that time, and I signed up for a jogging class. That instructor made us run the whole time, which I was kind of like, what is this? But it actually helped me. It made me a better runner. And my instructor would actually put me with a group of people that ran the fastest in the class, which I don't know why he did that, because my mile time, even at my best, was barely 8 minutes. So I'm not a fast runner, guys, but in terms of longevity, I can last pretty long running. It might be a slow pace, but I won't stop. So running is something that I've been working on. I feel like my legs are pretty strong. Of course, I'm not completely neglecting that part of my body, but I am working a little bit more on my upper body strength. So practicing doing pull-ups, push-ups, just workouts in the gym using equipment and machinery to work on my shoulders, my biceps, triceps, my back, because your back and your core are all going to be engaged when you're doing these activities. So you can't just work on your biceps and your triceps and completely ignore your shoulders and your back and your core and everything else. It all works together. So by all means, take this with a grain of salt, because I am not a professional athlete. I am not a fitness instructor. This is just a plain old Jane person signing up for Tough Mudder and giving you guys a little bit of my insight as to what helped me get through this. What I noticed from back then to now, and of course they're always changing their obstacles and all that stuff, so I literally have no idea what the hell I'm going to experience when I go into it now, but hopefully it's not too crazy. But what I noticed is, one, you need endurance. You're going to be doing this for about 10 miles. There's 20 something obstacles, so you're looking at about a half mile in between each obstacle. You need to be able to keep up with your wave collectively. Now that doesn't mean that you have to be in the front of the pack, but you definitely don't want to pee at the you definitely don't want to pee, which, by the way, people like to pee on these things. You go where you go. So you're going through the mud. I can guarantee you someone has peed in the mud. Anyways, you don't think about it. Just don't. But anyways, so you need some endurance, because you are going to be going for about 10 miles. We are doing Tough Mudder in Tahoe this year. It is higher elevation, and something that I struggle with is hills. I cannot run up a hill for the life of me. I don't know if it has to do with my legs being so goddamn short, or if I just have not that much endurance. So anyways, number one thing, endurance. Number two, upper body strength. This is also something that I kind of struggle with. I would say my legs are fairly strong, but my upper body is something that I've always kind of struggled with. I still to this day, even as I have been training. But yeah, upper body strength is a big one. There's a lot of obstacles where you have to haul yourself up and over objects. You have to keep your body weight up. So, for instance, one of the obstacles in Tough Mudder is called the Funky Monkey. And basically, it's monkey bars. And I think they have it set up in a triangle like this, or at a slight incline and decline. So, as a kid, you don't really think about it, but it actually makes it a little bit easier if you don't fully extend your arms. Keep your arms bent as you're doing it, because it will help you get as far as you can. I think when I did it last time, I got maybe about halfway. I lost my momentum and I dropped. So, and I just had to swim the rest of the way. Now, another thing too, besides upper body strength, I would say Swimming. There's a lot of swimming in Tough Mudder, surprisingly. A lot of obstacles that require you to swim a short distance across a body of water. Now, whether it be a man-made lake or other things like that, but it does require you to swim. So if you can get a little bit of swim practice in there to get yourself going in terms of that, I think that would help out a lot as well. And leg strength, you do need to use your legs quite a bit. I mean, you're going to be running through the whole obstacle, but I feel like that kind of goes in play with endurance. And another thing too, a lot of people say like, oh, I can't do Tough Mudder, like I physically can't do it, like I'm not in shape for it. No. That's a bunch of bull, because when I did it back in 2013, there were so many different body types throughout the course. And it was just amazing, the camaraderie and the help and support that you receive from random strangers throughout this thing is amazing. And it really just goes to show the true, like, the good side of human nature, the good that can come out in people. Helping out a random stranger when you're on an obstacle, someone giving you support that you've never met in your entire life. You will meet complete strangers and they will support you when you are on that obstacle. Like, I was struggling going up a hill, as mentioned before, I stopped going up hills, but I was struggling, and I had this random stranger just rooting me on. Like, he was like, come on, I'll help you. And he was right there behind me, like, pushing me up this hill. I'm like, I don't know you, sir, but thank you very much. And that's just a part of it. The feeling that you get when you actually finish is absolutely amazing. Like, I felt so goddamn proud to earn this freaking headband. Like, you guys have no idea how proud I was of myself. Because I'm small, and not that small people can't do stuff like this, but like, I didn't think I could, and I did it. So, you don't have to be in the best of shape. So, if you feel like doing something, by all means, go out and freaking do it. You never know what you're capable of until you actually try it. Hold on, adjust myself here a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to try something like this, I would highly, highly recommend it. Now, not only a Tough Mudder challenging you physically, if you're not used to running or exercising for such a long amount of time, it will test you mentally. I broke down during one of the obstacles because I was challenged with having to face my fear of heights. I don't like heights. I'm okay in certain situations. If I am able to hold on to something, if I feel safe and secure in a high situation, then I'll be okay. I'll still be a little bit nervous, but I won't, you know, break down crying. There are certain situations that I just blatantly won't put myself into. And I have a story about that. But during Tough Mudder, there are certain things that it will test you in terms of your fears, what you are scared of, what you're willing to overcome. I'm scared of heights. I broke down during one obstacle, which was called Walk the Plank. Basically, you're just jumping off a 2-story platform into a pool of cold, dirty, muddy water. And it wasn't the water that I was scared to jump into. It was just the fact that I was out on this open plank, and you just gotta jump. And it was the scariest thing I've ever done. I was crying climbing up the ladder, and I was crying I was jumping off, but my boyfriend was there to support me, so it wasn't too bad, but I was still scared as hell. If you are scared of, if you're claustrophobic, it will test you on that. Just any sort of fear that you might have. If you're scared of fire, if you're scared of being underwater, it will test you mentally. So be prepared in that sense. And, yeah, I hope this gives you a little bit of information as to what I've been doing. I'm sounding like a pubescent boy right now. Do you guys hear my voice crack? So I think that's pretty much about it. I wish I would have recorded myself working out and all that stuff, but I tend to work out by myself, so I don't really have anyone to record me. I feel like it would be a little bit weird if I did have someone like, hey, can you record me doing this really quickly? Like, I don't feel comfortable enough to do that yet to a random stranger at the gym. But yeah, if you guys have any questions in regards to Tough Mudder and other things like that. Oh, I'm so dumb. The obstacles themselves, like, what the hell am I doing trying to close out this video? My foot is going numb. Okay, so the obstacles, there's a lot of them that they have changed over the years. Funky Monkey has been one of them. I heard it got a little bit harder. But some of the obstacles that I really did not like was, one, obviously, walk the plank. That one was really hard for me because I'm scared of heights. But another one, too, Arctic Enema. So what Arctic Enema is, I think they've changed the design slightly, but the idea is still the same. Basically, you're jumping into a big pool of ice, and if you're not a professional athlete, if you're not an athlete that ices your body regularly, then for the average person, this shakes you. You will be shooketh when you jump into this ice bath. It was one of the first obstacles that we did during Tough Mudder, and that rocked me to my freaking core. When I jumped in, I was not expecting it. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. It's like, it was so bad, you guys. It woke me up. Like, that was the defining moment right there when I was like, I'm really doing this. This is for reals. So yeah, that Arctic Enema was a big one, and you do get shocked during the obstacles. There was, at least when I did it, 2 obstacles that shocked you, which was the electric eel, and basically what you're doing, you're army crawling, and there's like a bunch of wires hanging down, and it shocks you if you touch them. So luckily that was easy for me. I was actually able to like slide through, and I got maybe about halfway through without getting shocked, and at the very end I got shocked on my calf, and my calf seized up, and it hurt pretty bad. Had to have my boyfriend pull me out. So there's that one, and then the very last obstacle, this one I don't think they've ever changed. I don't think they ever will. I hope they don't, because it's a real like ballsy thing to do. Basically, you're walking through this this archway that just has a bunch of wires hanging down. That's going to shock the hell out of you. And it's called electroshock therapy. And they put hay bales that you have to jump over if you want to get through. So sometimes if you're trying to jump over a hay bale, you get shocked and you'll land flat on your butt. Face first into the mud. Luckily I didn't fall last time. We'll see what happens this time around. We are having a few of our friends that won't be participating but will be recording, and that will have more pictures and all that stuff. They take pictures throughout the event, by the way, which you can purchase after the event. They'll send you an email when your pictures are ready and all that stuff. So you can purchase pictures, but if you have friends or family members that can follow you throughout the course to take pictures, that would be even better, because they are fairly expensive. Oh, and then also, my boyfriend will be wearing his GoPro camera, and so will one of our other friends. So if I get a chance, I'll try and upload that footage once I come back from it. I'll be gone from Friday, and we're coming back Monday. So I'll try and get that video up for you guys too. I think it'll be a good like insight as to what we're going through and all that stuff, and you guys can see me struggle. I think that's pretty much about it. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave them down below. I'll try and answer them. I don't have very many subscribers. I think I have like 1, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad about that. I'm more about people enjoying my content. If you subscribe, if you don't subscribe, you do what you want. So leave your comments down below. Leave any of your questions. If you have any questions about I don't know what's on my face, my headband, my glasses, which I absolutely love. I'm done here. I'm gonna shut up. I have stuff to do. It's my dad's birthday this week. I gotta find him a gift. It's my only day off until my vacation on Friday. So, I am signing off. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, day, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Make good choices. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.